Hello there, gang, and welcome to Model Behaviour. We got a whole bunch of news to talk about, so let's talk about it. Today's top story, in the ultimate example of doing your homework the morning it's due in, Hasbro have just unveiled their new classic Wasp figure. With 4 days left to go with the Giant Man HasLab, now we think it's a good idea to start getting people excited about complementary products. Come on, guys! I'm not mad, I'm just disappointed. I want this HasLab to fund, and unless it starts doing gangbuster numbers any day now, it ain't looking good. But I'm not giving up hope. I still want my Giant Man on my shelf, and I want Wasp here flying around him. But I don't know, this is something that should have been... Well, first of all, let me just introduce you to my segment, Captain Hindsight. There you go. This is a figure that should have been announced when they did the HasLab, or better yet, a week afterwards. And then you know what would have been even better? Another complimentary figure the week after that. Not that it's part of the HasLab deal, but just that it keeps the HasLab conversation going. It keeps people excited, and it gives more reasons for people to want to back the HasLab. Thank you, Captain Hindsight! That's what I'm here for, just doing my job. Because this Wasp is something to get excited for. It's just a render. Again, it smacks of doing your homework at the last minute. How long were you planning this HasLab? You had over a year to have a prototype up and running. Instead, we got Savage Namor. What? But yeah, it looks nice. It's classic. I was going to say supermodel, not supermodel. Fashion designer Janet Van Dyne with the weird pointed helmet, which is like it's cool. It's that pixie kind of style with the wings. Like it looks great. The face sculpt looks a bit nothing, but I'm hoping there might be a different one too. Maybe two different faces. I don't know, because it looks very. I'm looking in close. Yeah, it just looks very. You know, she should be more of a fun-time fashion designer party girl. Again, this ain't Captain Hindsight. This is Captain Foresight. There you go. The enemy of Captain Hindsight. So there's no release date or anything like that because, again, it feels like, fine, you want a Wasp? You want a Wasp? There's your Wasp. So there you go. We can expect this at some point. Hopefully there's a Giant Man for her to fly around. But it doesn't look good. And this next story is crazy. Speaking of gigantic figures that there's no way you could sell directly in stores and you have to crowdfund, Hot Toys are giving us 21 inches of PlayStation Venom. This is absolutely insane. The crowdfunder Kickstarter begin... Wait a minute, let me just check my notes. No, wait, there is no crowdfunder Kickstarter. This is just being manufactured right away and put into stores. It's weird. What a strange way to do business. And what a great product we've got with it. Okay, sarcasm mode has been deactivated now. 21 inches of PlayStation Venom. Oh my giddy lord. I'm sure you're wondering, how much is this monstrosity going to cost? Well, actually, it's not that crazy in the grand scheme of things. I mean, it's rich, too rich for my blood. $500. When you think the average Hot Toy costs like $300, this is more than double the size and less than double the price. But yeah, that's 2.5 Giant Mans right there, and it's just going directly to retail and online stores. So I guess it can be done. But it looks incredible. If we had a 1/12 scale, well, no, I don't want 1/12 because my problem is I hate Monster Venom. Monster Venom does nothing for me. He's just a big generic monster to me. The whole appeal of Venom is he is this dark reflection of Spider-Man. Having him be a gigantic, towering ogre of a figure or a character, it takes away the cool factor for me. Just becomes another rampaging monster in my eye. Having said that, I'm sure that Sony are going to do an incredible job of giving this character a narrative and great story and making this giant Venom cool. I'm so hyped. I'm literally counting down the minutes right now until Spider-Man 2 goes live on my PlayStation. Haha! Dave's going to be radio silent for a while. But yeah, $500 coming out around the 3rd or 4th quarter of next year. This Venom, absolutely gigantic, going to dominate 2 different heads. I love the style. I love the look of it, everything about it, just except for the scale of the figure. But you know what? Looking at a mug like that, I can't be mad at you. And seeing him compared to their Peter and their Miles, This is crazy. Again, kind of like Giant Man, people are saying, I just don't have the room for this guy on my shelf. Well, if you can squeeze in 21 inches of Venom, else more power to you. Over in statues, ACY or AC Studios are showing off their 1/4 scale Cami statue, and I'm a big dopey simp for Cami. Yep, she was one of my mains when I was playing Street Fighter, and this looks pretty good. I was just running out of words. I know, my problem is when I do good news, I get so excited for everything that I end up sounding like a broken record, where it's just like, this looks really cool. This looks really cool. Cheap shot at Hasbro's marketing. This looks really cool. It's a pretty predictable show at this point, but come on. You can't help watching it. It's just fun. It's good vibes. And this looks like a whole bunch of good vibes here. Two different versions of Cami. You've got the classic Super Street Fighter 2 one, and then you've got what I think is her Street Fighter 6 attire, where she's much more sort of, I don't know, CrossFit looking. A much more practical costume, which honestly, I have no time for practical costumes. Why? Why have a practical costume when you have the most ridiculous cheese wire bathing suit you could possibly fight someone in? There you go, you see, that's what a Secret Service operative should be wearing. Something practical. But we don't have a price for this yet. That's another broken record model behavior news item story, isn't it? This is a great looking figure. Don't have a price for it, but we do have a release date, and that's going to be around about the second or third quarter of next year. So a 1/4 scale statue, I'm guessing it's going to be a couple of $100, and honestly, it's money well spent in my eye. Loose Collector has shown off the full image reveals for their Rocketeer 2-pack, which looks really fun, very expensive, $150, but available now on Big Bad Toy Store. And just as an overall package, I mean, it's very, very pretty. I love the retro camp style of this wonderful pulp noir kind of look with the retro futuristic rocket pack. I mean, this is just, for me, straight out of the Rocketeer movie, which is a really underrated little bit of family action fun. Very Indiana Jonesy. Go watch the Rocketeer if you haven't, and then maybe go buy this 2-pack, because, yeah, super expensive. But then again, this is a much smaller distribution, and you got the lovely case that's got like a magnetic seal to it, and then everything coming out here. It's a nice setup. Little too steep for my Rocketeer fandom, but just to be able to look at a nice looking product, well, it's a nice looking product. Boss Fight Studios have revealed a new bonus figure you can get if you back the second wave of Hacks figures. You can go over to Big Bad Toy Store and, support this, because they're still in the process of doing all the funding. And now you got this Roman Centurion zombie dude. There you go, just a little bit more added value bang for your buck right there. The Hacks line is a lot of fun. It's very weird, unusual, kind of off the wall, and certainly for the collector who doesn't need to go mainstream but wants something a little bit different. And you can see with the armor pieces here and the way it's put together, it's a lovely looking figure. It's not my kind of forte, but I can see why there's a lot of appeal for these Hacks. So yeah, you can go over and find them on Big Bad Toy Store, and I think some other retailers as well, maybe. And if you back the full wave, then you get this guy as well. Yesterday, I showed some pictures of the upcoming Modok kit type figures, and now we got some more up close, in detail ones, and it just gets me more excited, to be honest. And from what I've been hearing from other people, apparently these are painted, from what I understand. Until I see them, I won't fully let myself get excited. But if these are painted, oh my goodness, we've got Superior Spider-Man here, just looking absolutely stunning. Actually, is this Superior or is this... No, this is Superior. Ah, yes, you can see the wrist gauntlets. Ah, yeah, the beautiful wrist gauntlets. The Waldo legs just look incredible. I love how organic they look. They just, oh, yeah, absolutely. I don't know what this is going to cost, but when it comes out, I'm going to be all in on it, man. All in on it. If it's painted. If it's not painted, I won't waste my time, because I would just, if I tried painting it, I would just make it look like trash. But hopefully they do the hard work for me, because yeah, this whole set here, you can see he comes with the Spider Bot as well, because in the story he has thousands of these policing the city and like monitoring everyone. He's got the backpack that the legs come out of. Just so much great stuff. Then we have MCU Iron Spider, and these all look gorgeous. They look like Mafex style, the way that they're put together, which also makes sense for a model kit type character where you can just just pop and plug everything in there. So you can see below the actual complete figure, you can see a lot of the pieces and parts that you will pop together to assemble him. So it's not like crazy, insane, difficult model building. It's pretty basic. And if they're all, again, if they're all painted already, they're gonna look terrific. And then you got the 616 Spider-Man as well, and this is just such a wonderful comic accurate looking Spidey. It totally looks similar to the Mafex. Even the knee joints look really, really similar. Hopefully they hold together better than my Scarlet Spider does. But I would be very tempted to get this too, because it just looks like a gorgeous quintessential Spider-Man. All the different webbing effects. He's got a backpack there by the looks of things as well. So many different heads and faces. A lot to get excited about. Spider-Gwen looks perfectly pretty, but I've got a Figma. Is it Figma? Figure Arts. Whoever it is, it's Figure Arts. I'm fine for a Gwen, but yeah, this is the pièce de la résistance for me right here. This Superior Spider-Man, this is kind of a dream figure, so let's hope it lives up to my own personal hype. Joytoy have revealed a bunch of horses, which is kind of sweet. Joytoy are 1/18th scale, so don't get too excited if you want to have your Black Knight on a horse or anything like that, because that ain't gonna work. It's gonna look like a little Shetland pony, which honestly would be kind of adorable, actually. But no, these are 1/18th scale. Hey, so while editing this video, I was listening to Articulated Ninja, as you should do. It's a good time. And he mentioned this horse, and I think he said it was 1/12th scale. So actually, yeah, I'm inclined to trust him, because he seems to be on the money with these things. So yeah, not 1/18th, 1/12th scale. Well, that makes it even more appealing. So I'm not sure what Joytoy make that would be riding on the back, because when I think Joytoy, I only think of Warhammer, but I know they do other stuff as well. So I'm sure that there are some characters who would lend themselves perfectly well to these fully articulated looking horses. They look beautiful. I mean, they really, really do. No release date or prices yet. I mean, I should just stop saying that. Like, if I don't say what the release date or price is, then you can take for granted, like, oh, Dave doesn't know. But just looking at a pretty horse that's been put together quite fantastically by the looks of things. I mean, the amount of articulation I think you can get out of these, because you can see the way the different panels tessellate and move over each other. A lot of thought and work has gone into this. Joytoy, I'm impressed. Don't need it at 1/18th scale. That's the devil scale. Actually, we all know that. Yeah, 1/18th is devil scale. 3.75 inch, that's for perverts. 1/12th, that's the sweet spot. Okay, I know it's another unpainted prototype, but it's something else to kind of get excited about. Third party, not Transformers. This is by a company called Kang Toys. This was unveiled at the China Toy Fair. So we're going right over to China for some of these third parties. It's the non-Dinobots Combiner figures. And oh my goodness, again, this is only just some renders to give us an idea and a look, but they look sexy. They look like a sexy team of combining robot dinosaurs, and yeah, each one of them, man, they look so good. Again, just black and white renders, or grayscale renders, if you will, but each of the Dinobots is represented by the looks of things, and the fact that you can transform them into a giant combining Dinobot, there it is! Oh man. If this is fully painted up with the silver and gold and red of the Dinobots, oh man, that could be something quite special. Is that Swoop there with the wings, or not Swoop as the case may be? Gotta love the bunny ears just to make it clear that it's legally distinct. Yeah, these guys right here, you got my attention, Kang Toys. But you know, are you going to get my money? I don't know. Time's going to tell, because I'm sure that these are quite a long way off from actually hitting store shelves. But when they do, you know, Model Behavior is going to be covering it. And I'll say I don't know what the release date is or the price, but here they are. Deforial have shown off their super cute chibi Destroyer Godzilla figure. So this isn't Godzilla, of course. This is from the Godzilla franchise. This is Destroyer. I just love pronouncing his name like that, because that is how they say it in the film. That's how you pronounce Destroyer. Especially when you throw some H's into the name, which I think they have done with him. He's wicked. Basically, just imagine a devil version of Godzilla from outer space with wings and a giant horn. That's Destroyer. Looks incredible. I love it when a super terrifying, evil creature is then converted down into a cute little chibi thing. And look, he lights up as well. He's so adorable. I really want him on my shelf because why wouldn't you? I mean, to be honest, without all the lighting effects and stuff, he kind of looks like a melted candle. But I still dig it. I really like that. Destroyer was one of my favorite Godzilla enemies because it was right around the end of the Heisei period of like the 80s, early 90s, where basically they kill off Godzilla and like this is the dude who pushes him over the edge and makes him go into, nuclear meltdown. It's very, very cool. And this guy, yeah, I think he looks super cute. SH Figure Arts have revealed a new Kmen Rider figure. We're going very Japanese with these releases here, but this is going to be around about 9,000 yen, so about 80 bucks, 70, 80 bucks, give or take, coming out around about July of next year. And Kmen Rider, I was always really surprised when I got to Japan that Kmen Rider seems to be way more popular and a much bigger deal than Super Sentai or Power Rangers as we know them. I thought, like, come on, Power Rangers is like, they're the OG, this is the place where they started, but actually, there's not that much Power Rangers representation in Japan. Kmen Rider, though, the kids are nuts for this motorbike riding bug insect type guy, and honestly, SH Figure Arts are leaning into that, and they're doing pretty well for it, so there you go. We got a new version of him coming out next year. After doing the sneaky peek yesterday, Mezco have shown us the full reveal pictures for their Duke G.I. Joe figure. And it's exactly what you would expect. A really great looking cloth goods 1/12 scale, super accessories Duke. I love the grenade launcher with the grenade rocket shooting out of there. That's going to look so dynamic and cool on a display. He's even got all of his survival kit with his backpack, his binoculars, his shovel for burying his poop when he's out in the wilderness. Got to be responsible. And yeah, it looks really fantastic. Mezco, they're doing great with revealing and announcing G.I. Joe figures. We got Roadblock, we got Silverface guy. There's a whole bunch. But again, they're just super slow when it comes to actually bringing them out, putting them on our shelves. So it's something to build anticipation, and we might have to be building that for a little while. However, when it does finally drop, it's going to look great. It's going to look really good, and it's something that's going to make, hopefully, a lot of G.I. Joe fans very happy. When is it actually going to be on store shelves? We don't know for sure, because Mezco release dates, they don't mean much of much. But when he does get there, yeah, it's going to be like Yo-Joe time, because this guy looks really cool. Fresh Monkey Fiction Monster Force Halloween Boy is up for pre-order now on Big Bad Toy Store, retailing for $36.99. There you go. That's just one picture, and it shows off everything that he comes with, and it's the complete package right there. 35 bucks essentially. Oh no, 37 bucks. 36.99 is, yep, it's more expensive. It's high end, but then again, you look at what you're getting, and it's a very nice looking figure with all these accessories, and I think a comic book as well. Halloween Boy, by the looks of things. It's a very tasty looking package. I really like this line because there's just so much detail and care and love that has gone into each one of these figures, and with all their backstories as well. I love fleshing out a whole universe. That's super fun. For me personally, I'm not big on the Halloween Boy design. I kind of like there's a character on the front of that comic there with a skull head. I mean, I'm all about skull heads. If there was like a skull looking design to that would be really cool. More of like a pumpkin motif maybe. I think like the pointy ears look a bit like not for me, but it might be for you. And if it is, you can get them over at Big Bad Toy Store. Mondo have revealed their Werewolf by Night figure, and it's gone! Yep, I literally just went to look at the website and it's all sold out. So, there you go. I guess it was popular. And it must be popular because it was 130 bucks and people went for it. But I can understand why. Moscow? Yes, Mondo. A combination of Mondo, Mezco, and my brain misfiring. They seem to be super popular right now. They're cooking on gas. People are loving what they're doing, and I am one of them. I love this slightly cartoonified, over-the-top, very retro comic booky looking Werewolf by Night, perfectly in conjunction with Disney Plus's re-release of their Werewolf by Night short film, which is now in color, which I think it might lose a little something in color, but I'm going to watch it anyway because I quite enjoyed that. It'll be a nice little Halloween treat. And yeah, if you pre-ordered this, then well done you, because you managed to get in there super quick, because he's gone now. Maybe he'll be put back up a second batch, we don't know. In the meantime though, at least you can enjoy these pictures. A bit of TV I'm very interested to check out. This special, we've got Captain Laserhawk, a Blood Dragon remix, getting a 9 out of 10 from IGN, and I don't always validate IGN scores that much. Very often they'll give something a score and I'll be like, seriously? We are in different opinions on this. But Blood Dragon, I'm a huge fan of this kind of franchise, I guess, from Ubisoft. Originally it was just DLC for Far Cry 3, but it was so much fun that it just takes every 80s sci-fi trope and just extrapolates it into some fun nonsense. They did it with Far Cry, they did it with the BMX game that I forget. Nonetheless though, Blood Dragon Trials, that was it. They did Blood Dragon Trials, and now you've got this animated Blood Dragon Captain Laserhawk, a Blood Dragon remix. Okay, yeah, I'm down for checking this out. Not so much because I validate the IGN reviews, but I love this little offshoot Ubisoft franchise, so I want to see how silly, but apparently also poignant and heartfelt this is. So yeah, I'm going to watch this and get back to you, and maybe you could watch it and get back to me, because I'd be interested to hear your opinion too, but I'm guessing that this is going to be a lot of fun. Over in Cosplay Corner, quite the celebrity one that we're focusing on this time, Zelina Vega from the WWE. Her Instagram handle simply being Zelina Vega WWE. She's just a flower, dude. I mean, the fact that she's a pro wrestler as well, that just, you love to see it. But also this lady, she always comes across in the way that she presents herself as just a classy, nice human being. And I dig that. And then she wears outfits like this and represents our cool little subcultures of fandom, and does it while looking, I'm sorry, but ludicrously beautiful. Yeah, it's fair to say I'm a bit of a Zelina Vega mark. And yeah, this is a fun account to follow, because she's a massive nerd, basically. And then, we get to reap the benefits by seeing her dressed up as Jade from Mortal Kombat, which, let's face it, if you don't like that, then you got no love in your heart. So yeah, go on over and check out Zelina Vega's Instagram output, because I promise you won't be disappointed. Over in Custom Corner, want to give a shout out to One Oak Customs. That's one_oak_customs. This guy gets real creative with a lot of the stuff he does, and it's mostly Marvel, so that makes me happy. That gets my interest. I'm showing off a little Sinister Six set that he's done here, which is all Venomized versions of Sinister Six characters. Look at this Electro here. That's just so freaking cool. Because the thing is, he goes really outside the box with a lot of his unique designs. It's not just characters that we just don't have that he's done. It's fully newish concepts or new takes on characters. So the Sinister Six look amazing. This Jack-O-Lantern, holy potatoes. This looks incredible. This is a Jack-O-Lantern that I would love to have on my shelf. That's just... that's a thing of beauty right there. And also, he's done a full, a Superior Spider-Man's Sinister Six. He shows a lot of work in progress, like this, so you can see how he goes about putting all these different things together. I'm trying to see if there's any other kind of examples that I can quickly show you, but really what you need to do is get over to his page. Here, we got the Superior Spider-Man Sinister Six. So an original concept, because we didn't really get this in the Superior Spider-Man run, but seeing the way that he's just taken the original designs and just put that classic sort of Superior red and black take on it. I love how he's turned Hulk into Sandman. That's super fun. You got a new take on Electro, the red and black Vulture. Great stuff, really amazing work. Go check it out. One_oak_customs. This guy delivers. And finally, the most wonderfully cute, wholesome little story to end on. An adorable little Shiba Inu is going to be doing the first ever canine speedrun of Zelda Breath of the Wild, which is just a beautiful thing. So there's a convention which is all about video game speedrunning. And there you go, awesome games done quick. That's what it's called. And for the first time ever, they're going to have a dog compete, which is just ludicrously wonderful. So clearly this adorable little pupper has been trained on a dance mat where to put their feet at various times for various commands. And you can see doggies are having the best time doing this. That's what's always so sweet. I love seeing dogs get trained, whether it's for, police or for guide dogs, because they're having so much fun, because they're being told to do things and they're getting rewards for it. And they're like, oh, I'm having such a good time. And I'm having a good time watching this. A doggy speedrun of Zelda. Yeah, that qualifies as good news. And folks, that does it for good news for today. Thank you so much for watching. I don't know if I went a little bit fast or not. I was trying not to, but Spider-Man 2 is literally live now. I gotta go play it. I love you guys, but we got stuff to do. So gang, if you enjoyed this, then give the video a little thumbs up. And if you really want to help, doubly support the channel, then you can do over at patreon.com/displaying-model-behaviour, or get yourself a YouTube channel membership. They both have the same benefits, and you can have all the bonus content on there, all the extra video reviews. There's a review of Crocker going up today, and you can be part of the live streams as well, where you can call in and be on the show and we can chat together on the Model Behavior live streams. That's a new little thing that I've started doing, which actually I wish I'd done sooner, because that's so much fun. Building up the Model Behavior community. You guys are wicked. So thank you so much for all of your support. I'm going to go play Spider-Man 2. And until next time, keep displaying model behavior.
Big time